this is my bike. This is a steel space frame bike. I built this one for a customer. That's my bike. What is it? It's a large wheeled, unsuspended bicycle. People ask me, what's unsuspended? That means no suspension. It has no front suspension, no rear suspension. Has no shocks, no motorcycle-style shock absorbers. The large wheels and the position that your body is in on this bicycle allows you to ride over quite rough terrain without any pain or discomfort, and actually handles much better in a lot of ways than a full suspension bike. For example, brake, you can come into a corner really hot and fast, apply the brakes, and the bike doesn't dive forward. There's no compression in the front end, there's no extension in the rear end from the suspension, so everybody knows this. This is full suspension versus rigid, but I've set this up specifically for rigid riding. In other words, it's designed not to take a suspension fork. It's not compatible with a suspension fork, which requires me to design the bike very differently. So it's a bike designed for rigid riding with large wheels, lots of tire clearance so you can run the fat air tires, wide rims, very fat tire in the front. The bike has a more kind of upright, shorter position. The handlebars further back, so you're more on your feet with less weight on your hands, which allows you to shift your weight forward and back really fast for fast weight shifts and weight transfer for going uphill or down a hill. Very good for standing climbing, standing while climbing, because no suspension. You can pedal as hard as you want, as rough as you want, and you won't have anything lost into the suspension. Very simple and reliable. The truss fork here is a fork that is designed to be lighter and stronger. It is lighter and stronger and stiffer than a conventional unicrown fork, or a fork that has just two legs. This fork has a kind of a space frame structure. There's a triangle right here and a triangle here, so that when you apply the brakes very hard, this fork does not flex backward nearly anything like a conventional fork, because the tubes are being compressed and pulled on compression and tension instead of a conventional fork where it's kind of twanging back and forth. So you get a very direct connection to the trail, very precise steering, and also your weight doesn't shift forward, because as the fork flexes back, your weight would shift forward. This alleviates that completely. And then of course the handlebar goes along with this design. Your weight's on your feet. Your hands are in the center of the bar to begin with, but you can shift very far back to go down very steep trails, or get your weight very much off of your hands so that you can ride over rough terrain and take the impacts through your legs, because you're again back on your feet. But then when you want to go fast and get aero, you can still stretch out into the front of the bar, get down, get low, and get aero. So aerodynamics or steep descents, whatever you want. And of course, super low standover height for the space frame. A little more vertical cush. It does move, it flexes a little bit. Just a good strong chromoly frame here. So this is my latest version, my current version of my bicycle. Very happy with it. Gears are single speed, bike for life. You just keep riding. You put racks on it, bags. Use it for touring, use it for the road. Put road tires on it. Some nice big 700C tires, like the Big Apple tire. So that's the bike. The Jones space frame. This is a 4130 chromoly version. The Loop H bar bicycle by Jones.